Hello everyone, today I'm going to share with you a little journal I've put together. It's actually a prayer journal. You could also use it as a gratitude journal or a reflections journal. And in fact that's pretty much what I'm going to be using it as, rather than a prayer journal in itself. I think different people have a need for different things, and I think it would work well for any of those. The cover of the journal itself has been made from an old exercise book, and I've just covered it in some old music paper that Louisa gave me. Thank you, Louisa. And then decoupaged a napkin on over the top of that. And then once I decoupaged it, I actually got some sandpaper and I rubbed it back so it wasn't too shiny. I've used a Midori style for this album, with the elastic closure around the center there and the elastics inside for the inserts, as you can see. And I've just dangled a little charm off the front of that with a couple of bits of lace. Still undecided whether I'll leave the lace on there or not. I'll just have to see how I go. I've put a little book plate on the front and just the word journal, and I've stitched all around the edge and then just run some Inca Gold around there just to finish it off. I've used a printable downloadable kit from Tsunami Rose. It's a prayer journal kit, and I will put a link to that in the description box below. I've used that for all the pages in here. I've also used it for these this little booklet here, as you can see. It's just got some little inserts in here. It has a mixture of blank pages and lined pages with just little sayings on them, and that's just a simple little booklet. I've used some old, I think it might be Kaiser craft paper for the cover, and just stitched around it and added some lace and embellishments as well. The inside cover is done with some tea-dyed paper. I've stitched, like I said, around most of the pages. I've made a little tuck spot there covered in lace and some lovely trims, and I've just added lace and stitching and just a few embellishments. This journal is not full of pockets and tucks and things like that, because I actually wanted it to be a calming kind of journal, something you could sit there and hold and just, you know, write your thoughts down, or your prayers, or whatever you're grateful for, or anything like that. And I didn't want too many distractions in it. I've been using the journals that I've been making, and I found I don't need a lot of that kind of thing. Some are nice, you know, it's nice to have a few pieces, and I do have a few pieces in here, but I don't need a whole book full. There's plenty of room for writing, and these are all the printables, like I said, and they have scripture verses on some of the pages. The little butterflies are also from Tsunami Rose, and I have some lace in the center there. Really pretty kit this prayer journal kit is. I have a lovely vintage lace piece in there also. That is some lovely bling trim on some lovely old lace, and that's a vintage dance costume applique. That's the center, and there you can see is my elastic. So I can actually remove that whole booklet there, and it's all tea dyeing in here. And there we go. I'll just quick flip through, because obviously the second half is much the same as the first. I have a few wedding appliques in here also. Nothing over the top though, because the papers are really nice the way they are, and they just needed just a little accent. The covers of the booklet here, I did put some baking paper, because I printed it on, I think that might have been a piece of coffee dyed paper, and you might see the blotches. It was just a bit too dark, so I covered the inside covers of that with some baking paper. This is the second insert of the journal, and I've used the printables for it, but then on the inside I've used part of an old pencil case to make some pockets. So they're like a plastic, I'll just bring that up a bit closer for you, but they're still see-through. And what I've done is, you get all these like, what would you call those, tags or something, maybe not tags, but all these little cards in the kit, and I have printed everything at half size. So this is not full size. I printed it at, sorry, somebody's working somewhere in the street, at half the normal size. And what I've done is I've cut these into strips. I've attached them with a piece of paper at the top, and I've run my sewing machine along in between them so that you can just fold it up and then rip it off, and it gives a perforation. So as you would like to use these throughout the book, you can, but if you know, and when you don't need them, they just slot in there. And I love the way it just pokes out the top there. I really like that effect. And the same thing on this side. You get a lot of tags. So what I've just done is print them out, backed them with some tea-dyed paper and cut around that, and pop them in two little pockets here, just to use throughout the journal as you may desire. I did punch the holes in there, so you can either stick them to the page or put a little bow on them or anything like that. And to be honest, I don't think that is a true to form colour for the tags. My printer started running out of ink as I was printing the end tags off, so they may be a little bit off colour, but it goes with the purple quite nicely and the pink, so I wasn't too concerned about that. So I have all the tags in there and in that little pocket, and I've just made two pockets on that side and one pocket on that side, and there's the elastic holding it in, so that can be removed also. And then we have our third booklet, and it's pretty much the same as the first one. Once again, I've got some baking paper because it was a bit dark and splotchy behind that. Just little flowers and more of the butterflies from Tsunami Rose, and they're really sweet and beautiful images, like I said before. Some more lace and more scripture verses, and there's our centre with some more of the beautiful butterflies, which is just a sweet little accent, not over the top, not too distracting. And then all the way through, very, very pretty kit. There's the back cover there of that one, and then just another tuck spot in the back, and once again just a little booklet made out of the prayer journal kit as well. And that is my little journal, and I'm quite happy with how it turned out. Like I said, I'm still debating whether to keep the lace on the front or not. I do like the little charm on there. It's just got a wing and some pearls and some crystals as well, and that's just with a lobster clasp, so I can quite easily take that off if I want to. If I find it starts to get in my way, I can do that, or you could just have it around at the side like that if you wish, but I kind of like it at the front with some scraps of lace tied to it there. And so that is it, and like I said, I will put a link in the description box below to the kit and to Tsunami Rose Designs. And I did mention that, didn't I? Yeah, it's just decorated on the top, and I really like that effect. And I do like this Midori style for this kind of thing, because once you finish with a little booklet in there, it's easy enough to take it out and put a new one in. So, okay, I hope you like it, and thank you for joining me today, everybody. Bye.